You are now entering the Whose House podcast. Shout out to Hardin, Las Vegas, the best dispensary in the world.
The onesie, man. I don't know. I'm about to go crazy.
Yo.
Bitch, go crazy. Bitch, go crazy.
Y'all planned this out? Y'all got like the same colors on.
Oh, man. Legends think alike, man.
I hear that, man.
Oh, wait.
We did this thing last week where it was like, all the OGs are going to be gone in 2030. Do you think, are you going to be top 5 in like 2030? You know how they be like, yo, Jay-Z's top 5, but if you see yourself like 10, 15 years from now, are you going to be on that list?
On the real, I see myself as 101. I feel like I'm number one in that category.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? I put the work in to be that, not only on my craft, but just on my mental and my well-being. So I know God will reward me with that.
Every time like a South artist or somebody that's like the same kind of genre comes out, there's always like some comparison or similarities. You are NLE Choppa.
Yeah.
Like there's no other. I mean, did you get any comparisons in the beginning or?
I got a lot of comparisons to other artists, but I feel like over the years, just me being more in tune with myself and my own feelings, I just kind of created that own lane that other people might want to follow now. So I'm for sure like the unicorn or like the alien amongst the industry. I don't really feel like there's nobody that's you can compare me to.
Yeah, I think especially, what you're doing at your age, educating the youth about certain things they may not be thinking about, what other artists think about. I remember last time you was talking to Who Kid, I told him to, mention some chlorophyll. His stomach was fucked up. And I was like, yo, you gotta listen to NLE Choppa, man. You be telling people to eat the right way and all that other shit.
Sure.
So we brought some chlorophyll for you today, man.
For sure, there's love.
You know what I mean? So if you want to take some chlorophyll later.
Where is that? First of all, NLE's gonna teach me about this shit because I couldn't shit for like a week. I don't know if that's TMI. I don't know.
We got some Chlorofresh. It's a Whole Goods version. Whole Foods.
Can you give me a one-on-one on that before we start anything? Because you're the health guy right now. You know what I'm saying?
So chlorophyll is pretty much, it is kind of like life in a jar, So in the process of photosynthesis, this is what makes the pigment of like plants and stuff green.
The green
That's
shit,
what give it the life of
color.
it, So it's kind of like, it gives it life. I use chlorophyll. I don't use chlorophyll as much as I used to, but it was a part of my regimen, like in everyday life at a point of time, for sure.
You was drinking it every morning type shit? Or like?
Yeah, I like put it in, I made a sea moss out of it, so I put the sea moss in my water, and I have chlorophyll flavored sea moss
in
my
man.
water.
This guy's combining.
Yeah, he's doing some different shit, man.
Killing two birds with one stone.
2 birds, 1 stone, man.
So,
You've been on that for like, I think, almost a couple of years now, but now sea moss is getting a little more popular now. I don't know. I guess companies are trying to cash in and they're making it flavorful or they're adding like taste to it. Because I remember I'm a designer. I was like, what the fuck is he doing? He's like dipping a spoon in this gooey gelatin, tasteless shit, and then it looked like he just went to like the ocean and just came back with like some like an alien shit or some shit. I don't know what's going on, but. What is that also? Like, sea moss.
So sea moss is a sea vegetable. You know what I'm saying? It grows off of a rock. And as
this
you
is
know,
crazy.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
As you know, rocks hold like the most minerals out of anything on the earth. Rocks do. And it comes off of a rock. And they just kind of detach it from it, bring it back up. People go dive and go get it. People has actually lost their life diving to get sea moss. Like, that's how deep you got to go. So
what?
They come back up with it, and it's with it being attached to the rock, it holds like 92 to 108 minerals, sometimes even more.
Holy.
So, yeah. I always wanted to do like research on what if people just, instead of grab the sea moss, what if they just grab the rock that the sea moss came from? How much more of nutrients and minerals you would get out of just the rock? That's a thought I had. So
niggas thinking ahead, man.
Did you get that from like a doctor that's like hiding right now? Like they be killing off those doctors that try to give us like a way to heal ourselves, right?
I just kind of did it off basic research, just researching things that I put into my body, just reading more about it and learning about it. I'm more of a visual learner too. Like, I like to watch videos on things. And the TikTok app, that shit'll help you learn anything nowadays. Like, you can just search shit up on TikTok, you'll watch a whole informational video about whatever.
Yeah.
So, shit like TikTok, like a YouTube, and a Wikipedia all in one.
So TikTok is not only like making him more outrageously famous because his dances, I'm surprised I even got that a little bit. You know, you know what I'm saying? The bitch go crazy. Like, is that the bitch go crazy dance, or I don't know?
No. So it's called the Cosby Walk. It's from
Oh shit!
It's from some folks in Memphis. Shout out to my Memphis partners. They call it the Cosby Walk. They got it going viral. So shout out to 901 ENT.
Yo, explain these areas of Memphis you fuck with, because y'all look like you're having fun. Obviously, it's dangerous over there too, but I find it crazy that y'all find time to look
have fun.
Like it looks like regular childhood. But we're watching videos here. We're watching but is there moments like it's cool like that? Like
I mean, it's always cool. I feel like people just got to get out and live their life. Things if bullshit is meant to come your way, it's gonna come. If it's not meant, it won't. So why hold back on living life? So like even like Do It Again video shoot, I went back to my old hood and shot the video, and we enjoyed it. It was a nice time. We was out there for 5 hours, just posted in the hood. You know, of course you got to be on point with security. I had security at one end of the road and the other at the other end, and then still security in the middle. So like, you just gotta move smart if you're able to have that leverage, and once you do that, God gonna reward you because you putting the work in to make sure you're safe in the physical. So He's gonna do everything else spiritually for you.
I was in Memphis rolling with some young kids. You know, I brought this up with Glorilla, man. She told me they do the same thing. I don't know if you do it, but when I was rolling through Memphis, like we would not stop at lights. Like we would just keep speeding. Like, and I'm talking about like 100 miles per hour. And these kids are like 17. They got like AKs, and I'm like, yo.
Yeah, that's how we move.
Why y'all rushing through all these lights?
So it's a defense thing. Like first and foremost, it lets you know who following you. Like if somebody's behind you, you going 100. If you're going 100 miles per hour, you running every red light, or you hit the E-way, you going 100 and you going in and out of cars. It's easier to see if somebody's trying to keep up with you. So like if nobody's behind you keeping up, you good. Ain't nobody following you. But if you looking behind and you 3 cars deep with the guys, whoever at the end of the car, whoever at the end of the line got to make sure, okay, that car ain't with us. So why are they on our tail? And that's how you know. So it's kind of like a defense thing.
But I felt like the president of fucking Memphis or something. They were taking me to the club, but they actually stopped at the intersection. Like, where the police at? Like, these are like young kids, and like, you know, what do you call them? Those fast cars they got over there. Those fucking
cats, Hellcats.
Yeah, like mad Hellcats, and then I'm like, and they're reckless too. So I'm like, yo. Am I going to jail to DJ tonight? But we really went all the way to the club with no problem. I'm talking about like 30 lights. It's not like, all right, 5 lights and we chilling. This is like a long fucking time. And I'm looking at this artillery like in the back with the kids. I was like, yo, these are like kids, but is that normal? Like,
yeah, it's normal, extremely normal. Extremely normal. And then the lights that we know they have like cameras to take pictures, we do a thing to where it looks like we're making a right. You know, because right turn is automatic. It look like we're making a right, but we go kind of around and curve it around and then go straight.
Get the hell out of here.
It look like we're making a right turn, but the cameras don't catch it.
Jokes Up Ice Cream Dispensary is the #1 cannabis dispensary in Studio City and Los Angeles, offering the highest quality and the best prices on ice cream cannabis. Jokes Up Ice Cream and Wicked will release Houdini this month.
Damn, that's crazy. So do you feel like, you know, I feel like Memphis always had its own sound, had its own culture, but now it's starting to become more mainstream. You're starting to see a lot more people tap into that. So coming up in Memphis, like, who are the people that inspired you?
Man, coming up in Memphis, I gotta go with, like I was just saying earlier, Gotti and Dolph, and they didn't even inspire me musically, more so business wise. As far as like building an empire, you know, that's what really inspired me musically. I didn't really take any music inspirations from a lot of Memphis artists because I always wanted to be different, you know. Yeah. So I listened to a lot of Tupac, a lot of Lil Wayne, and those were like my go-tos, and as well. I did, shout out to Block Boy JB, and like when I was about 14,
wow, that's my brother
14,
right
13, like that's who was bumping around the city, Block Boy, so I got to give props to Block.
That's crazy. That's fire, man.
That's crazy. He gave you like 100 songs the other day.
And now you one of the leaders in Memphis, you know, creating a new sound. So do you see, you know, your influence in the city?
It's everywhere, like, you know what I'm saying? And I see it in a positive light too. You know, not just musically, but just me as a person. I see a lot of kids want to be on a wave that I'm on, what I preach about. So it's a beautiful thing, especially because I know the same way I was a kid looking up to certain people. I know how they look up to me. It can decrease the crime rate out there. Like if you get a whole lot of kids that their favorite rapper is NLE Choppa, they'll know like, okay, musically he might talk about this sometimes, but him as a person, he talks about herbal medicine, herbal science, herbal stuff like this. That's the type of liking I took into Tupac. Like I love his music, but him as a person intrigued me more.
Yeah.
So, you know.
And I think it's gonna make a big difference, you know, preaching people to live a healthier life. You know, we don't really get that in hip hop a lot. You know, sometimes we focus on the negatives more than the positives. So the fact that kids are able to find that in you, you know, some positive light, you know, it's gonna build a really strong fan base to keep going.
For sure,
you know what I mean? So shout out to you for doing that, man.
Appreciate that, for sure.
I mean, it's obvious Tupac he's like influenced. I mean, in a certain way because you know the Picture Me Graping song.
Oh yeah.
Obviously, like
That was a beautiful moment.
I love the fact that you fucking go to the roots and you bring that back out instead of like who's the producers that you fuck with that.
I just did some shit with Timbaland. Was crazy. So Timbo, yeah, I just got 2 songs.
Where
with Timbaland.
is it?
It's on my next project, Cottonwood 2.
Where is it?
February, like it's coming up February, man. So I got like 2 in with Tim.
Wow.
I'm good friends with Ice Cube. I've even talked to Ice Cube.
I was with him last night.
For real?
That's crazy.
Yeah, I talked to Ice Cube about let's get in with Dr. Dre, see what we can come up with. You know, so certain things like that. I love all the old school. Like, I feel like that's me. I feel like that era was I had a past life in that era because like I love it so much. And even with movies, like when I get into movies, I want to bring back the Boys in the Hood feel, the Menace to Society
we don't
feel,
see that anymore.
The Deuces feel. Yeah, we need raw and
whack
uncut.
ass directors now.
Yeah,
they got like straight to fucking DVD movie. They don't have DVDs no more, but straight to Hulu, straight to Netflix. Yeah, can we do like a big budget? I mean, Memphis has a lot of. I'm sure there's gangsters there that got ill stories, man.
Yeah, for sure.
You know?
And that's what I'm willing to do things of that nature, shine that type of light, showing the struggles that we really go through. I feel like it's not any movies that really shine that light on cultural things that go on in the city anymore, but bring it to that light, but also show how we can fix it.
You need to figure that out, man. And you look like a fucking. You look like you ready to do that movie right now.
I'm too ready. If
you need me to get shot, like you know, I'm gonna stay. Like shoot a nigga. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
Let's get to the Do It record, Do It Again record, man. Yo, he actually did some shit I used to do when I used to tour, like with Waka Flocka, man. Like the 1 head and 2 booties. Yo, when you did that, that shit woke me up. I was like, oh shit, this guy is me. You know what I'm saying?
That's you in the flesh.
1 head and 2 booties.
I always TikTok. TikTok took that shit to like outer space, huh?
Whole nother level, you know. It's just crazy. You know, it was a song where people told me to keep sticking with it, just keep promoting it, and it did what it did. You know, when I first dropped it, I was looking at the views in the day, and I'm like, it ain't what I wanted. And sometimes we just got to be grateful for what we have. And along that process, I just gained like a gratitude or a gratefulness for what I did have, and just kept hitting the ground running with trying to make it what I wanted it to be. And now it's doing superb. You know,
it's out of here, man.
It's out of here, that track, man.
And I feel like he dropped it like you and Lil Uzi got like the wildest fucking dances. Like, I just want to rock. And now here you go. You know what I'm saying?
Who can look like having a seizure right now? All these TikTok dances.
I'm going crazy right now.
Crazy on this.
Crazy. Nah, the fact is, you bring up Ice Cube, and we talked about like young kids that don't respect like the elders, and we got that narrative out the way. But sometimes kids, you don't look at elders like what they're doing now. Like he was explaining like if you could survive like 10, 20 years, then you could talk about me. You know what I'm saying? He said that yesterday. Like how's your view on like how you see like the upgrade of like the old heads, and then they gave you like the ticket to be who you are?
I love the old heads that knows like they've done what they done in the music space. I feel like I look up to people that grow more than that grow outside of the music, because I feel like there's a lot of people that try to hold on to that torch, and I kind of feel like it messes up the legacy that they had. So to say, for instance, I always respect Cube because he did what he did musically, and now he's doing what he's doing on the TV, the big screen. You know what I'm saying? That's why I respect people like 50. He did what he did musically. Now he's doing what he's doing on the big screen and can still jump into the music bag at times. But that's what makes you a real legend, because the things that he's doing, Cube's doing outside of music, it's beautiful. Like, come on, the big three.
The big three, yeah.
Like, that's an official sport now. Do you know how many people that can't make it to the NBA can go to the big three and don't have to go take another route where they might go to jail or die? You know what I'm saying? That's cultural. This cultural upgrades that he's bringing to the table just off what music provided. So I always respect, like, the utmost respect of people that let certain things, when they know they did what they did here, and they grow into something else, because it opens up doors for people like me, you know.
He had like an aggressive style. Like, did he influence you, like, at least him being aggressive?
I mean, No Vaseline was crazy.
That was crazy.
Like, that was the craziest, most disrespectful, one of the most disrespectful songs I had.
I was telling him that, like, it's either Hit 'Em Up or
Hit 'Em
No
Up.
Yeah, that's
Vaseline.
what I'm like. And Hit 'Em. Well, I was just about to say this. I think Hit 'Em Up was more disrespectful. Not even the song, but how he talked at the end.
At the end,
like,
right?
it was crazy. Like, I listened to it every time, and when I heard the part, he was like, "Don't one of you niggas got sickle cells or something?"
Yeah,
I
that
said,
was harsh.
Yo.
We were talking about that. Like, someone was like, "Yo, I didn't know Prodigy had sickle cell till Tupac said it."
Yo, what's crazy is it's a
Shit.
version of that outro that's longer than that.
Yeah, he has that.
It's a version that he's talking about other people, but I guess somebody kind of got in his ear, was like, "Yo, okay, at least take some of
Edit
it
some
out."
of this
Like,
shit out.
it's a version. I wish I could find. I think I found it before, but I gotta go back on the internet and find
That's
it. But
crazy.
we're talking about a lot of people.
And you see how everybody's going getting locked up off the shit.
Yeah,
now.
everybody's getting locked up.
You gotta
either
slow that
down.
shit down now. Like, you know, showing shit on the internet is not like, and I don't think that's brownie points. You know,
For
what
sure,
I'm saying?
for sure. And I feel, in a sense, I tell everybody this, and it might sound, and I try not to sound selfish or just anything, but man, I'm gonna be honest. I also felt like God was just clearing like a whole industry for me. Because, like, if you look at it, I feel like I'm really one of the rarest ones that's really like staying out the way, telling people what to do for the best benefits. Not trying to be out in the mix because I know what that brings. Just educating people and staying out the way and really living what I'm preaching. And I feel like God is gonna reward me big time for that, because what I was looking at. RIP to everybody who lost their life, free everyone who was in jail. But I looked at it as if God was hitting a reset button. Like, this whole year, since the pandemic first started, it was like God hit a reset button on the whole world.
Yeah.
Think about it. Like, that was really like the reset. That was literally the reset. Things died. A lot of things died from people who had diseases. A lot of people died from artists to actors. It was like a reset to where it's like the earth kind of cleaned itself out.
Ultimate transition,
you know?
man.
So that's how I looked at it, and I was like, yo, it's like I was just sitting back and I tell mama and everybody around me every day, I'm like, yo, God cleaning the industry for people like me. So y'all know the Grandma podcast, the Retirement House podcast?
Yeah.
I was with Retirement House podcast, and it was she was one of the oldest ladies there, and she looked at me and she was so happy. It was an older white lady. She was like, you just gave me so much hope for the future of what's coming up. She was like, even I was at the Streamies the other day, and I was just so proud I could have cried. And she said, you got fat people, skinny people, all races. Wow. Everyone's coming together and actually doing something better. I love this generation. And when she said it, I'm like, yo, she dead right.
Damn.
Because, like, you got to think about it. The streamers is a new wave. I feel like that's another wave of people to put down a gun and pick up a camera. YouTubers, it's a new wave. People will put down a gun and pick up a camera. People that's dancing, they will put down a gun and want to move
and make money.
You know what I'm saying? People that look at me selling herbs, they will put down the crack, cocaine, fentanyl, the weed, and sell herbal medicine and still make money off it. You can still make money.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying? And help people.
And
at the
helping
same
your
time.
Community, helping your people. Yeah, nah, that's dope, man.
It's
bro.
crazy you say that, man, because now they have options to make more money than a regular, like, I mean, back in the days, that's why a lot of old artists are like kind of bitter, because they didn't understand the business. They were in it because it was like they were fans of hip hop, but now it's like a super business. Like, you're not even 21 yet, man. This guy's 20. His birthday was a couple weeks ago.
He's years ahead of the game, man. You know what I'm saying? He's way years ahead of the game, man.
Sure.
I mean, my bucket list is to see NLE on the cover of Time magazine, like, or some weird shit. Like, is there an NLE day in fucking Memphis? Is there? I mean, did you do it yet? Did you meet the mayor?
Soon to be one for sure.
Holla at the mayor. Send your mom over there. Talk to the mayor, yo. Get that mayor out, yo. Get him out to speak at the house, man. So put his guns down, man. You need an NLE day, man.
Appreciate that.
That's crazy, man.
So what the shows be like?
Crazy.
Shows be crazy.
Yo, I had 3 tours this year. I had one in America, sold out the whole tour. One in Europe, sold out that tour.
Snap.
Canada sold out that tour. Capacities could be like 2,000 to 3,000 people.
Damn.
Yo, it was beautiful, man. It's wild.
Doing numbers out here.
So when you come out there,
crazy.
Yeah. Shakes.
Yo.
Shakes, bro. Like, that's the last song I perform, and then
Oh,
after that,
hell no.
Oh,
I
my
act
God.
like I'm about to leave, and then I do like 2 more for
And you come back to that?
Yeah, you leave on, the crowd's still turning up when you leaving, man. Like,
crazy.
and who do you have usually come out with you? Because I'm like, who matches your energy?
So I had one when I'm speaking on like the streamers, I had Casanet. He came
Okay.
out with
Okay.
a song. We had Polo G. He came out with me.
fire.
Before. So yeah, man, the shows be lit, bro.
Damn, man, we gotta
Too
catch a NLE show, man.
Too sure.
I mean, I do my own NLE shows. You know how many freaking festivals and stuff I do? That song is on my playlist. Like, and when I do Hakkasan,
Oh yeah, it goes crazy.
it's just crazy. I think, and I bring it back too. I'll play like the first yeah, and I'll bring it again. And so oh shit. So I want whoever's there. I don't want them to miss like that crazy like intro, especially when you have like a mixed crowd like that, open format. It works every time. That shit don't make no fucking sense.
Yeah, that shit
That's
went
what's
crazy.
up.
Even last weekend, that shit went. You played that shit like 3 times in a row.
That's some shit right there. That's crazy.
Look at this
that was
shit.
in Russia.
Oh,
20 people.
yo, man.
That was in Russia. That was like right when the world was opening back up.
Yeah, man.
You got the hell out of there. At least they freed Britney, right?
Free
they
Brittany
just freed
Griner.
her. Yup.
Yeah, man, that's crazy, man. She got out like on some political stuff, but I don't care as long as she's out.
Yeah, she's out for sure.
Do you get affected by stuff like that? Like you see like fucked up news?
Yeah, because it's unfortunate. Because it's like, what can we do? Like, you know what I'm saying?
We really
Like,
cannot do anything when
it's
it comes to government versus
so
government.
helpless. Like
Yeah.
we're so helpless. Only thing we can do is keep talking about it, just so nobody forgets. You know, it's very unfortunate, and especially when it's something so petty. You know what I'm saying? So little. So yeah, for sure.
I mean, you don't smoke weed. Do you smoke weed? You do?
No more. I don't do anything.
Yeah, this guy.
I take shrooms sometimes. That's about it, but
really?
nothing else.
In Europe, man, it's kind of crazy out there. You gotta watch like all the shrooms and all the crazy. You don't know what's in this.
Nah,
shit.
they actually said shrooms is like the healthiest drug, like even healthier than
Like
marijuana.
microdosing and all that shit.
Yeah, when you
Yeah.
microdose off shrooms and shit, like it doesn't really cause harm to your body.
Really?
And what's crazy, you piss it out. You detox it out. Like it's not in your system. You know how weed can be in your
Stays
system
in your
months.
system, yeah.
Like you will literally like piss like 5 times in a row just to get the toxins out of the shrooms.
So when I see Mike Tyson shovel that shit in his mouth, pause, but he's like, he's swallowing like a whole fucking plant, like
Tyson's different though, man, because he don't microdose. He just take a handful and just eat them joints.
guzzle
For
that
real?
shit.
Yeah, it'll be the gummies, either the plant. He just go in,
He bite that shit.
and everybody be scared. They don't know what kind of reaction if he gonna be turned up or if he gonna be chilling. So everyone's like
Whooping folks'
just
ass in
everybody
the
just be waiting like, all right. You know
we
what I'm saying?
gotta get NLE on the show, but you gotta be like the first podcast. You don't want to be like the third podcast because it kicks in.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's like 3 hours. It's like an hour each podcast. So I'm like scared on the third one. We had the Fat Albert nigga. On the third
Keenan
one.
Thompson.
Oh,
yeah.
for real?
Yeah, him and Keenan. He was probably like 5 shrooms in,
Damn.
and then him and Keenan touched us like it was a sensitive topic. Keenan was really pretty much preaching like we shouldn't use the word nigga anymore.
Yeah.
Right? He was like, we the only group that uses a word that puts us down, to show love. And Tyson was like, man, fuck that. I'm always gonna be a nigga.
And we were like,
And we was all
Everybody
like, okay, yo, that's my nigga, man. Like, yo, that's my nigga, man.
Hey, bro, I'm gonna be honest, bro. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not scared of no man. But whatever Tyson say in the room goes, bro. Like whatever he say, I'm not arguing with him. Hey, bro, yeah, you got it, yeah. It could be the wrongest shit. I'm gonna agree with him. I'm like, you know what, Tyson? That is very intellectual. I agree.
I respect that. I mean, hands down, Boosie's the most gangsters nigga I've known for 20 years. And he was chilling at the Mike Tyson interview.
You got to.
And he don't give a fuck.
You got to.
He don't give a fuck about shit.
Unless you ready to go to jail behind a firearm, don't fuck with him. Because if you ain't ready to get up and put a bullet in that man, don't say shit to him.
Yeah, you ain't winning that fight.
Everybody want to be free, so I'd rather just take the high road. He get mad at me. All right, Tyson, I'll see you another time. Hopefully we on better terms when I see you.
I think we got a lot of respect for Keenan that day because he stood his ground.
Yeah, he did.
He stood his ground, and he ain't back down from his argument. So everybody was like, you know what? We got respect for him, but we was kind of scared for him too. Tyson started turning up.
Yo, relax.
Like, oh shit, this ain't gonna snuff him.
Yo, being 20, how old are you in Memphis? Are you like 30? Are you like an adult? Because when I used to interview Lil Wayne back in the days when he was like 14, but then he became like 21, he was like, "Oh, I'm an OG because I survived." Like,
yeah.
So is that the same with Memphis? Like, if you're like 30 or 20, if 20 is like you're 30.
Yeah, for sure.
Because you talk like an adult right now.
Yeah, for sure, an OG. Like more than it. I be talking to people older than me about how they should live.
You're more of an adult than
a lot of people around for sure. So
because a young kid's supposed to be like, flick some bitches.
Is that pressure though when you see the older heads coming to you for advice? Like, yo, like how can I do things better or whatnot? Does that give you pressure or you feel enlightened by that?
It's never a pressure, but I for sure feel enlightened by it because I know whatever they're asking for, I got an answer for it, an answer to it. And even if I don't have it, the answer is I don't have it. Mm-hmm. But it's rare that I don't have an answer to anything somebody wants to ask me. So, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of one of those things that's just a real beautiful type of trait that I'm blessed with. You know what I'm saying? So I just take heed of it.
A real young OG.
He is, man.
Young OG,
He's
right?
30, there, 30 in Memphis. You being young and you're successful, you got money and all that shit now. I remember when I first interviewed you, you had like a T-shirt or some shit.
Like tank top.
Motherfucker rich now. And I love the fact that I get opportunities to interview everybody in the beginning stages, like Kodak, everybody. Everybody's a bum. I was a bum, you know what I'm saying? I probably still am a bum. But I'm just saying, like, have you dealt with like racism out there, like touring and everything? Like, have you been in any weird situations or your success blocks that?
I label racism as just
hating.
It's just the basic stare that we get sometimes.
Because you walking in like you got all this shit on and you getting like Raising Cane. You getting like some chicken and shit. What's he doing it? Why you gotta look like that to get chicken? Like
I get a stare a lot. I don't too much get as far as like racially profile. I feel like God only put in my way what I can handle because wow. I feel like certain things I'm advanced with, but certain things can trigger me to where I know I lose my freedom with a motherfucker. So it's like kind of God blocks it away from me a lot, but certain things that come to me, I know I can handle it. But it's never to the point to where somebody just, oh, you wouldn't, and then I just, because I'm gonna have to, you gotta whoop somebody's ass.
There's no coming back.
We was
that.
Overseas though one time, and it was
like this one guy. There, right? It's super
this one
weird.
guy, like we was walking, and he said, "Nigga,"
But that's how they say it. They be like nigga. They be like nigga or nigga. Like they don't say it like.
But the way he said it, we looked at him. I'm like, what? And he was like, nigga. Like he didn't understand what he was saying. Like like it wasn't like nigga. Yeah. Like it was like nigga. I don't even think he knew what he was saying. But they were saying what they told me was the word that he was saying was close to what we thought he was saying, but it means something over there.
Okay.
But
it could be their accent too, or their African. You get a lot of African fans that go to these shows, like they migrate to all these European spots, and they kill. They're heavy in those spots. You know what I'm saying? But they're fans of you though.
Yeah, for sure.
They go crazy, man. Sure. Isn't it weird that languages that don't speak English know your records and shit?
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
You talk to them after, they be like, huh?
Oh God, don't know nothing.
But they recite word for word. Yeah. Was that like when you just showed us that Russia clip? clip. Was that how it was like?
For sure.
Because everybody was just going crazy. I'm sure when you went to the crowd, they couldn't really communicate.
Not
with you,
really
right?
communicating. For
Yeah.
sure.
I got that in Japan. Like Japan. It's like a karate movie or something. I was like, but nigga, we just did an Eminem show.
I went to Japan. Someone gave me some whiskey. It's called Nika whiskey. It was spelled Nikka. And I got tight. I'm like, yo, this nigga trying to be funny.
Yeah, you know, John likes that. Yo,
I was
John.
like, yo, you
This is where John comes in.
Exactly.
It's missing 1K.
Right, of course.
It's missing
yeah.
1K.
That's what you
It's
need.
2K. It's missing 1K.
But I thought he was trying to give me some nigga shit. But it was like, yo, that's some expensive whiskey. I was like, oh shit. Shit is fire.
Well, the thing that's cool about NLE is shout out to your label, by the way, Warner. They know I play your shit like relentless on my show.
For sure. You always show love.
All that
since
shit
day
is
one.
ID'd. I don't have to lie. But like, yo, we play, right? We be going in, especially the Ice Spice shit. Like, explain the Ice Spice song because we have different views of what's going on. What does the Ice Spice song mean to us? Like, tell us, or maybe it's out, but we need to know up here.
It's just pretty much making. We was called a munch, so we was kind of just flipping it with that song. Like,
revenge.
okay, y'all the munches now. It was
I'm like, you got a girl, so it definitely ain't a crush song. You know what I'm saying? You know how people do records with Doja Cat? I want to fuck Doja Cat.
Yeah.
It ain't that kind of record. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, what's going on here? You know what I'm saying?
it wasn't a crush song. It was just pretty much like, let's reverse the role and make one for the fellas one time.
And you did it on a hard beat, too.
Hard
Yeah,
ass
crazy.
Tay
beat,
Keith,
man.
shout out to him.
Oh, my God. Who's the producer? Shout out to the producer.
Tay Keith.
Tay Keith.
Yeah.
Tay Keith. It's dropping serious, yo.
For sure.
I like the fact that, you know, this is going to lead to like a project, man. Can we get the name or is there a name for
So the project name Cottonwood 2 coming like February. So
Hey,
Wow.
February,
it's gonna
that's
be
a
one
month.
of my best bodies of work today.
first quarter?
Yeah, first quarter I got to.
Oh,
And I probably got 2 more projects following up throughout the year. So
Oh, yeah?
I'm feeding them.
And the fact that we didn't talk about the experience with Timbaland yet, it shows how idiots we are. How was that, like, to be in the studio with this guy? Does he lay it first, or does he do
this
it in front of you
man-
live, or
This man went into the studio.
did he have a
And-
turtleneck?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, he's a diesel nigga, man. That nigga's
Yo.
like mad big, yo.
That was they was making the beat, man, and they couldn't find like a clap and like a certain some other type of instrument they couldn't find. This nigga Timbaland said, "I got it," and he walked in the studio. He was he did some shit with his mouth and made the beat in the studio like some shit. And we just looking at. I'm looking around the studio. Everybody just looking normal. I'm like, y'all know that shit is not normal, right? I'm like, niggas not doing that.
Yo.
He sat down, he reclined his seat just like this, and the mic was right here.
Freaky. Nah.
It's just doing, and it made a beat, bro. And that shit is on the Cottonwood 2 album. The song is called like "On God."
Yo, we gotta.
And that was your first time working with him?
First time, bro. It's crazy.
Damn, man. That's a
crazy.
freaking legend right
That's
there.
hands down this guy, man. You got the top, like what? Top 5? You got one of the top 5 that did a
For
record
sure.
for you.
For
And
sure.
Dr. Dre's not that far.
Yeah, he's coming. He's in the pipeline too,
He's
man.
another diesel guy. He be wearing turtlenecks too. Every time I hang with Dre, I'm like, yo, what's up, man? It's just, come on, like, it's hot out here in Cali, man. He be like, yeah.
And I'm sure these producers love when you get on their track because you bring
Oh
so
my
much
God.
energy on their song. It's like,
Yo, the
damn,
energy I brought, Tim looked at me. He was like, yo. He was speechless.
it's crazy.
And
yeah.
like when we came in the next day, we had two different days. The first day he was like, damn. Then the next day we came, he was like, the way he spoke so highly of me. He kept asking all the producers in the room, like, what the hell we doing? What are we doing? We gonna make some hits or what? He was getting on everybody's ass, and then they was like, shit, we just waiting on Chop to see which one he fuck with. He said, y'all ain't waiting on Chop. He cocked and loaded. He always cocked and loaded. And I was just like, I fuck with that, man.
That's dope, man.
So it was just beautiful. A legend in the building. He realized my talent, and he wasn't on no hating shit. You know?
What was a record that got him like attracted to your shit? Did he tell you like
No, he didn't tell me, but I know Mike Will. That's a good friend
that's
of
the
me.
guy right
yeah,
there.
Mike Will, my
so
brother.
Now it makes all
Yeah.
the sense. in
Mike
the
Will
world.
kind of put him on game. So Mike
Yeah.
Will, he speaks highly of me. He brags
it
to
makes
every producer about me.
all the sense. And
Yeah.
Mike Will is like a block away from Dr. Dre.
Yeah, Mike Will.
And that's
is
my
goated.
analogy. Like you have Mike Will there, you might as well say you have Dr. Dre there.
Yeah, he's goaded.
He's right. That next
go.
step up, man.
And he's the reason I used to steal a lot of shit from Dr. Dre. Like, you know, Dr. Dre be like, I gotta go take a piss, man. I'm just like Tupac, this guy, Eminem, and then I got Super Trouble. Like, these leaks these days, man, like, they intercept like your email. So if you have Warner and you send like a fucking like, you want Warner to like identify or check your beat, or I don't know if I'm snitching on these kids, but if you send an email to Warner, they intercept your email. So if the song ain't finished, but you need an A&R to like be like, yo, this is crazy, they get the same email too. So then they download your unfinished song. So I'm just putting that out there so you think twice before you send, like, if you got a song with Jay-Z coming out and then you send that shit. Because they'll get all your bullshit emails, like regular conversations. They'll just wait until an MP3 or a wave come through, and then they check the wave. So that's one of the ways this shit gets leaked. So you didn't know that? That's crazy. That's how they hack your shit, because they know you got to, if you're NLE Choppa, you have to send it to the label to check shit out, and that's an email away. So
he's just telling y'all his old tricks right now, yo. This is how he leaked. This is how Who Kid leaked everybody's music back in the day. Gunna, you know what I'm saying?
Man, I feel, man, real quick, man, there's a lot of unfortunate shit out there. Gunna's locked up. We need him out. The takeoff thing, like, I'm glad you brought like faith, spirituality, and you really think, you really believe in God to like show you the way. So God is with you, man. You ain't gotta worry about all this like random, and I don't want to hear any random shit, man. And if you think about it, you think good shit, you only gotta have good shit. The energy out there is what you get, man.
For sure, man.
Yeah,
you're all what you eat.
All times. Sure.
I'm really excited to see, how you keep impacting this hip hop, the culture in this whole, because, we need people like you, shed a different light. I remember growing up, I was listening to Lupe Fiasco, because he would talk about something a little different. You know what I mean? So just being able to see that in a different light now, not just only being subject to like backpack rap or conscious rap, where people only talk about something. It don't have to be only those labels. You know what I mean? You can make some hype music, but still talk about how to take care of yourself, still how to live a healthy life. You know what I mean? So I'm glad you bringing that into that game, that balance. Yeah,
that's why I'm a big fan of Tupac. That's what he had. He can make the hit 'em ups, but then tell you, hey man, appreciate your mama, dear mama. Yeah. Or he can make, I get around, but then make keep your head up. Or Brenda's got a baby. So. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to iterate in this generation, because it's a lost art of balancement, a lost art of yin and yang.
Don't let fucking Quincy Jones text you, man. I don't know, man.
No, me and Quincy Jones' son, speaking of it,
that's the homie right there, QD.
Q. So what's crazy, the last song that Tupac was supposed to record on, Tupac read it out. It was called Family Pictures. Wow. He tried to wake up the Outlaws, and they wouldn't wake up. And to do the song with him, so he didn't do the song, and then like the next day he had to go to Vegas, and that's where he lost his life. It was crazy. I got in with Q, and Q blessed me with that beat, and I did the song for Pac, finished it off, and named it Family Pictures.
That's crazy, yo.
So I'm gonna drop that probably. I don't know when, but I want to sit
this Saturday.
No. I wanted to mature. Like I just wanted to.
Yeah, that's gonna shake up the. Yeah, that's gonna.
Yeah, but I always talk about it whenever we talk about Quincy or whenever we talk about Pac, because I just want people. I want to keep talking about it, but then when I finally release it, I want them to really be like, okay, this is what he's always been talking about. But yeah, it's a blessing.
NLE, man, thank you for being who you are, man.
Appreciate you.
There is hope out here. There is hope, right?
A lot of hope, man.
You got all the old heads fucking with you, so you good. It's rare. It's hard to get our approval.
For sure.
I'm with the young kids anyway. I'm talking about the losers out there that don't go to shows and they just at home listening to the fucking, I don't know. I'm talking about the old heads got you, man. We're good, man.
Appreciate it.
Yo, you ready? We gonna take it out. We got some chlorophyll because I ain't even shit yet, yo.
Shit, you got a cup, man?
Yeah, I need this shit today. Let's go,
right, man.
Yo, KK, get some cups, man.
Right, yeah, double K. Yes, I love diarrhea.
We out it.
Shout out to Jardine Las Vegas, the best dispensary in the world.
gon' lie, you niggas in trouble. Can't sign that shit till it's double. Rich young nigga can't get no scope. I'm quick with the blick that's on my brother. Take a risk every day with my life. I'ma roll that dice like a tenor. Fold, go to the bank, deposit money every weekend. That bitch till I break that hoe. Niggas say that I got enough money in my pocket. Pussy ass nigga need smoke. I ain't been asleep in a good damn week. I'm this and that, but you can't say I'm broke. Me and my brother had bump beds. I was on the bottom of a down to the floor. Now when you step in my crib, you can lay on my bed with 20-some hoes. Clip so long, look like turkey legs. Thank God every day that I ain't dead. Dirty ass gang gotta know how to play it. Gotta keep my head with one in the head.